What's up, sports bettors? It's time to get serious because we have Texas, Oklahoma this weekend. And if you remember, I already shared with you an incredible play that I played on this game. So we have Oklahoma +7 on the point spread, +103 odds for a grand. And that still looks pretty good, right? No other sportsbook's giving us +100 on Oklahoma +7 right now, which is WynnBet. And honestly, that still looks a little good. Pinnacle, the sharpest bookmaker, they have that juiced. They have this -110. We could get +100 on WynnBet. So you can see Texas best offered at -250. Oklahoma best price of +225 on DraftKings. So as a sharp bettor, we go through this all the time. But browse odds for free on OddsJam. You got to be finding value if you want to actually make money. If you don't care about making money, you're on the wrong YouTube channel. Right? You really are on the wrong YouTube channel. The purpose of the OddsJam YouTube is to kind of explain to you, how people who do this full time for a living, how people, sharp bettors think about beating the sports books consistently. And kind of the first thing you need to realize is you're never going to beat the books if you're placing bets at +200 when other sports books are offering +225. It's pretty rational, but when you're betting 100 to win 200, when you could be betting, or other people are betting 100 to win 225, in profit, you're getting ripped off. And it's really hard to make money as an investor, as anything, if you're getting ripped off. So you always need to get great prices. But anyways, the play I have today is actually on the total. So we got a bunch of random bets. We got Georgia State, we got Akron, Ohio, over 65. Georgia Southern, Georgia State, Georgia -29. But regardless, the play we're going to be going through is a total points bet in Texas, Oklahoma. Now, the reason this is so interesting is WynnBet is only charging -102, -102 juice on totals for particular games. So I hit it for 2.5K, the over 64.5, which we'll go through here in a second. And you can see they just moved it right after I bet it to over 65, -102, -102. So you'll notice, usually they have -110, -110 juice if I zoom in. Here, it's -102, -102. So it's a lot easier to beat the book, right? When they're charging, this was a positive EV bet, so just a mathematically profitable bet with a profit margin of 1.52%. And it's a lot easier to, find sharp bets when you're betting at -102 juice because the sportsbook has, 8 cents less of juice. It's not -110. It's not betting 11 to win back 10 or betting $110 to win back 10. You're betting $10.20 to win back 10. So the sportsbook's advantage on the bettor is much smaller. So here we can see it's still positive EV, Oklahoma +7. But anyways, if we go to an odds converter calculator, this is kind of a helpful way to think about it, is when sportsbooks are laying -110 juice, you have to win 52.4% of your bets to break even, right? This was an important concept I first learned when sports betting, right? If you want to beat the books on spreads and totals at -110 juice, all you got to do is win 53% of your bets long term. Now, when you're betting at -102 juice, the sportsbook's advantage is only 0.5%, right? If you can just get 0.5%, in other words, when you're picking blindly over or under, you're always going to be 50%. If you literally threw darts at a board, over, under, if you picked blindly, your win rate would be 50%, right? You're like flipping a coin. The game always goes over or under. So when the sportsbook is only charging -102 juice, their advantage on you is only 0.5%, so basically nothing, which makes it a lot easier to find great plays. So when lines started moving higher, action, sharp action started coming in on the over, what you'll notice is BetOnline, they moved their market, their point spread, a point higher, right, to 65.5. FanDuel moved to 65.5. DraftKings, Caesars, PointsBet, Resorts World all moved their main line to 65. And we can still get this stale price of over 64.5 at -102 juice. And because the sportsbooks are charging so little vig here, it's easy to get a sharp bet down, right? DraftKings is pricing this at -120, and they have the under priced at -110. -120, -110. So the true price is -104 according to DraftKings. So with the vig removed, DraftKings is saying, over 64.5 should be priced at -104 according to our models, all the action we're seeing in the betting markets, we're getting minus 102. Pinnacle has it minus 116, minus 101. The true price is minus 107. So Pinnacle is even more bullish on the over. So all data points kind of in the market, every sportsbook having the total set at a higher level, at a higher line, either 65, 65 and a half, or all these alternate totals, over 64 and a half being minus 120, heavily juiced towards the over on DraftKings and Pinnacle. That all gives us really high confidence that this bet is really good. So I ended up slamming it for 2.5K because it's an elite bet, right? So where is it? Here it is, right here, right? So good play. So that's about, our a millionth college football bet for this weekend. We got tons of money out there. Troy minus 5.5, right? You got to find these sharp bets earlier in the week because, lines can move. You can see this spread is now at minus 6.5. You missed the minus 5.5 if you're late. So you got to watch these YouTube videos quick. So anyways, the profit margin of our bet was 1.52%. The sheet with all my tracked bets will be in the description. So 1.52% profit margin, 2.5K stake, $38 in EV, right? Our bet is worth $38. So you try to give me $30, I'm not going to give you my bet because my bet's really good and really big. So let's make some money. Really good bet for Oklahoma, Texas. I added it to my sheet where I'm tracking all my profit and loss. We're up 12.8K. Let's keep it going. Let's make some money.